folks, today it is September. It's the evening of September 21st, I do believe. And as you can tell by some of them drone shots, our trees ain't looking right. They're getting a little dark. They're getting a little color to them. Everything's not just green. That tells me we are entering quickly into the fall transition. Today, if you struggle in the fall transition, I'm going to tell you about a bait that will help you catch fish. I don't care where you're at. I don't care what kind of lake you're in. This will help you. And the bait that I am referring to is none other than the Lipless crankbait. This one here is a Strike King red eye shad. You can tell this thing has been beat to death. It has been chewed on. You can see the actual teeth mark of the bass right there. So they really, really enjoy them. I got a couple different, we got the Strike King, got the Yoziri, another one that I like to use is the 6 Sense. I've got some Bill Lewis's in the box. I haven't tied them on yet, but today I'm going to show you a few tricks with these Lipless crankbaits that can help you catch more fish during the fall transition. During the fall, people think that the shad are moving up in creeks. The shad will move out toward the deeper stuff, but the reason that these Lipless cranks work so well is because they mimic the shad so well. You don't want a big crazy acting bait during the fall. The water's getting cooler, the temperatures at nights are getting cooler, the fish are slowing down. They eating up, but they're slowing down physically. So these Lipless crankbaits give you that little tight wobble that just come through that almost make it irresistible for fish not to eat it. They are a perfect match the hatch mimicking for the shad. They just catch fish. So now we're gonna go, I'm gonna alternate in between these three throughout the day. May use a few other things, but during the fall, this bait right here is an absolute killer. One would even say this is my favorite fall bait. Let's go put it to the test. When you throw these Lipless cranks, I'm gonna go over some equipment stuff. You need a rod that's able to get you a good long cast. This is 12-pound test floral. My reel is a Shimano Corrado DC. The rod is a Bass X 7'2" medium heavy, fast action. And the tip, you can see how it's got a limber tip. So when you set the hook, you want to just sweep that hook. So the first place we're going to start with these Lipless cranks is off of this. This is actually a really good spot. Not because I know there's a bunch of fish here, but because of how it's laid out. This is not only a point that comes way out, it's also right in the middle of a channel swing. This is the main channel of this lake. We've got standing timber over here. That goes back into the creek system. Long point, channel swing. It has everything you'd want to throw these Liplesses around. I've saw a few fish actually busting over here too, so good as place as any to start. You can see here on the mega down, all that grass that's on the bottom. So we're not gonna get real close. We're gonna stay back, and we're just gonna fan cast this till we don't want to fan cast it no more. Big long cast, let that Lipless sink a little. Then slow reel it in. Just continuing to fan cast till we get the bait in front of some. Got him. What I tell you, don't feel huge. It actually just throwed it off. It was a little bitty guy. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but he came off. Oh well. Now I'd sped my retrieval up right there. And I'm gonna show you a few retrieval techniques too to try to get you, that it's what I do in between bites and when I'm trying to get bit. I'll make my cast way over there. I'll let it sink for 3 or 4 seconds, and then I'll just give it a quick up, real quick, like that right there. Let it kind of sink, quick up, quick pop, reel it just a little, get the tension back on it, pop it again, let it die. That's what it's called, is letting it die. When you pop it like that, that bait does a big quick flicker, and then it just kind of floats down. Does that right there when you do that. You want to be sporadic with your reeling, with your popping. Make it look as natural as it possibly can look. Now the next one is just sweeping, letting it die. Reeling in your slack, sweeping, letting it die. Sweeping, letting it die. Sweep, let it die. Sweep, let it die. Sweep, let it die. Usually all those things, all those techniques will get you bit more. Today's just awful. Awful tough anyway, but that's fishing. But if you are throwing these lipless cranks in the fall, do this stuff. Target the banks. Do those creek channel bends. Target the points. Target flats with grass. And when you're in the grass, just let this thing tick through the tops. And if you even let it get in the grass, give it those pops and those yanks, and it'll come right through it. Very good at coming through cover. Didn't even mention like riffraff rocks. It deflects off of rock and wood really good. Most of the time when I'm throwing it, just a steady retrieval. Sometimes I'll give it a quick little 4 or 5, like really quick turns of the handle, and you're looking for the reaction bite. So that is it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get into more of these tips and tricks on how to catch these fish throughout the fall transition. Our rivers are pretty well shut down, and the lake may be the only option to catch a few fish till wintertime. So stick with us. We're growing really quick. I appreciate every like, every comment, every share, every piece of support you've given. I really do appreciate it. And remember, you're a champion. We gone.